Another year, another trophy. Liverpool collecting again. Liverpool qualifying for Europe again. Wasn't such a bad season after all, was it? Graham Souness's first full term in charge wasn't without its problems, none more worrying than the manager's own heart problems in April. But for Souness and his injury-plagued team, there was a big finish at Wembley. This is the story of another big year in the history of Liverpool Football Club. No expense has been spared to make the start of the Souness era the start of something big. Dean Saunders, £2.9 million from Derby. Mark Wright signed in the same July week for £2.2 million. Mark Walters followed Souness from Rangers for £1.25 million. Rob Jones, a bargain, £300,000 down, 300 more to follow to Crewe. And in December, Michael Thomas, another £1.5 million from Arsenal. All figured crucially in an FA Cup run which started with Rob Jones tormenting his old pals at Crewe and Steve McManaman, the season's most exciting find, steering Liverpool onto the road to Wembley. And let nobody forget the part John Barnes played in the Cup run. He was making his first appearance since the opening week of the season that January night at Gresty Road. He marked it with a custom-built hat-trick, the first an audacious flick that only slow motion could fully appreciate. This was a Liverpool finding its feet midway through a season strewn with injuries. Still without Whelan, Rush, Walters and co, they destroyed 4th Division Crewe, Barnes providing the explosives. When Jones, the season's surprise bargain, went scampering through to force a penalty from David McKeerney in the final minute, well, Barnes couldn't resist putting his final stamp on a triumphant return to duty. Bristol Rovers were waiting in round 4. 7 minutes of the first half remaining. Corner aimed at Mark Wright. Dean Saunders. Oh, how did he squeeze that one in? Liverpool in front. Saunders out to meet him. Saunders again. He's equalised. Carl Saunders. Robillard in a paddy. Bristol Rovers on course for an Anfield replay. Burrow's getting his head to the ball. It's come for Saunders. It's Carl Saunders again. Savage strike. He hammered it in. And Liverpool needs something from someone. Steve McManaman. Oh! How about that? Happy birthday! 20 today. A young man coming of age. McManaman again. He's scaring the living daylights out of them. Steve McManaman. He's broken for Saunders. He's done it! 13 minutes left to play and Dean Saunders makes it 2-1. The 5th round tie at Ipswich the following weekend was almost blown away in an East Anglian typhoon. Liverpool's hopes almost blown away by old boy John Walk. But they had their moments too. Saunders very nearly did the trick again, but the first meeting always had a goalless look about it. The Anfield replay didn't though. It's Mark Walters. Only for Houghton. Oh, he's found a way through! Ray Houghton on the stroke of half-time. Forrest just showed him too big a target and he couldn't resist. Saunders didn't expect that. It's his walk. Witten. That's a good cross. Johnson. All square with 9 minutes to go. Stockwell. Oh, it's opened up here for Jason Dizelle. Great chance. Great save. Dizelle. They're in front. Morby's the favourite. Oh! That's an unstoppable free kick. McManaman. Rosenthal. McManaman again. He's done it again. Steve McManaman is the extra time hero. And so to the quarter-final, and another timely comeback by John Barnes. Aston Villa defenders drawn to him like moths around the flame, and Michael Thomas flitting away to win the tie with a comprehensive finish. The name of Liverpool was beginning to appear on the famous old trophy again. It was only Barnes' fourth full game of the season, but again he contributed crucially to Thomas's first Anfield goal for Liverpool. Not his first Anfield goal though, eh? Sadly, the final proved one bridge too far in Barnes' frustrating season. But he saved the semi. Liverpool were behind to Portsmouth at Highbury thanks to Darren Anderton. There were 3 minutes of extra time remaining when his magic touch enabled Ronnie Whelan to square it. Goodness only knows how Graham Souness survived the tension. Brave Pompey couldn't survive the tension of the shootout that followed another stalemate at Villa Park. Alan McLaughlin had struck the Liverpool crossbar with 5 minutes remaining. The second division side had little more to offer. As Liverpool's experienced campaigners rolled in their kicks, all the cruelty of the Russian roulette decider caught up with Portsmouth. Saunders put the Reds within range. Jim Smith's outsiders had lost the range altogether. Liverpool were going back to Wembley. But would Graham Souness be going with them? That was more of a doubt than the outcome of the final in the minds of many. Ronnie Moran's law years were rewarded with a proud parade alongside Sunderland's Malcolm Crosby before the match. Souness followed on discreetly, but his team spared him any palpitations. Steve McManaman trying his luck on the right for the first time, taking on Armstrong, taking on Bracewell. Oh, that looked like a foul. No penalty. Philip Dunn not interested, but it looked to all the world as if Bracewell's lunge got man and not ball. McManaman and not ball. McManaman started this second half on the right. Neatly done. Michael Thomas! Last off for Liverpool! Steve McManaman, who else, made the opening, and Michael Thomas let fly with a glorious volley. Tony Norman actually got a hand to it, but thanks to that clever little pass, Thomas had the chance to smash it through the keeper. Nickel. That's a good cross. Saunders! Off the bar. The second would surely seal it, and Dean Saunders so close to providing a second. Houghton, Saunders, Rush on a run, Thomas on a run. This is Michael Thomas, this is Ian Rush, and that is 2-0. And that could be the FA Cup for Liverpool, and Ronnie Moran and Graham Souness. He's trying not to look excited, but he must be so proud. It was a goal with Liverpool written all over it. Sharp, accurate passing, precise finishing. The ball just passed into the net almost by Rush. I'm not sure that Thomas really meant to pass to Rush, but I am sure that this is Ian Rush's 5th FA Cup final goal, more than any other player in history. And I think it's going to take Liverpool up the steps again. Liverpool's return to European competition was always going to be an emotional occasion. Thankfully, it was a relatively low-key affair against the Finnish part-timers Kuusisi Lahti, which set Dean Saunders on the way to a club record. When Ray Houghton's adroit header made it 2-0 after half an hour, it seemed the whole event would pass with an air of formality. But not before an Englishman by the name of Mike Belfield had forced a fatal error out of Gary Ablett and ushered Leitonen forward to score a deflected goal off Nick Tanner that put a different complexion on the night. Liverpool huffed and puffed until the final moments of the match, when an avalanche of goals submerged the Finns at the Kop end. Saunders scored 3 more goals in the space of 9 minutes. The score of Liverpool's historic first in Europe after the 6-year exile finished his European debut with a personal haul of 4. Trebling his Liverpool total in no time. He didn't even know if he'd be playing. The new four-foreigner rule stretched Liverpool's depleted resources to breaking point at times. But 4 from Welshman Saunders, followed by 2 from Irishman Houghton, more than justify their selection. Liverpool actually lost the return leg 1-0, but they were safely through to meet the French side, Auxerre. A big win on a memorable night, but the night of the year at Anfield was that game against Auxerre. The Reds looking to overturn a 2-goal first leg deficit for the first time in their history. Penalty, is it? Yes! He must be the coolest footballer in Britain. No sweats. Jan Molby halves the deficit after just 4 minutes. Houghton. A good ball from Molby. Houghton. Marsh arriving! What a time for Mike Marsh to score his first goal for Liverpool. The makeshift right back. Just 7 minutes remaining. Extra time beckoning. Ball beyond for Walters now. Is this the time for Mark Walters? Yes, it is! 3-0 will take Liverpool through against all the odds. Through to meet a modest Austrian side called Swarovski Tyrol, who conceded 2 Dean Saunders goals at home and another 3 in the second leg at Anfield. The first was a Liverpool classic. Goalkeeper to goal scorer by top-notch passing and movement. Jan Molby, who else, with the finesse. Dean Saunders with the deadly accuracy. No Liverpool player had ever scored more than 7 European goals in a single season. Saunders passed that mark in just 3 games. He missed the matches in Larty and Auxerre. He wasn't missing much now. His UEFA Cup goals did more than anything to help him bed in at Liverpool. Never mind the opposition, there was an expertise about them which marked him down as a man destined to get hatfuls once the team was at strength. Another hat-trick completed in less than half an hour, and Liverpool's 4th an antique item, a goal from Barry Venison. On the field just 5 minutes as a substitute, he drilled one through the keeper to steal the show. Just what he'd asked Santa for. Barry was having a very happy Christmas. The goal took Liverpool up into the big boys class. The quarter-final draw was laden with pedigree. Liverpool would return to Anfield to tackle a 2-goal deficit against Italian giants Genoa, in the knowledge that goals could come from anywhere. Onorati. Waterloo. It's an awkward cross. Aguilera. And that's 3-0 on aggregate now. And that could be a dance of death for Liverpool up there. For Barnes. Rush. Well, they've started. It was a free header for Ian Rush. Liverpool back within 2. Well, that's sweetly done. Iradio in the clear. Aguilera. And that's the end of the European road for this season. Liverpool's Rumbelows League Cup campaign was full of drama, but short on achievement. Third Division Stoke were their first opponents. David Burrows. He's got in a useful cross. Rush 1-0. Cranston and Stoke are level. It's Marsh, in towards Rosenthal. Nicol trying to make something of it. Rosenthal back for Tanner. Had to strike it against the crossbar and in by Rush. Liverpool back in front. Ian Rush is second of the night. Just under 20 minutes to play. Fowler ball towards Kelly. Albert across the cover. He short-changed Grobbelaar and Tony Kelly has equalised. The replay at Stoke followed a similar pattern. Walters wide to his left.
Rushes in there. It's there from McManaman. Headed by Fowler, dropping early for McManaman. Headed by Cranston. This will drop for Kelly. Oh, and he's given it straight to Ian Rush. It's a present. Saunders walks it in for the second. Was tossed up by Kennedy. Headed away by Burrows. One back by Beeston. Kennedy again. That's inviting enough. Sanford finding Overson. Hooper underneath it. Lost it for a moment. Beeston got in a shot. Blocked by the goalkeeper. Kevin. Oh, smuggled off the line by the hand, I think, of Tanner, and he could be in deep trouble here. It'll be a penalty, no doubt about that. What a moment for Wayne Biggins. Oh, and Hooper got a foot to it, but Biggins has scored. Rush. McManaman. Houghton making the break beyond Ian Scott, and Houghton's got in behind them here, and Walters is there, and that is game, set and match. And Jerry Marsden's anthem has taken over from Tom Jones's, although Hooper still has some goalkeeping to do, and Stoke have scored again.
Funnily enough, it was the other Potteries club, Port Vale, who were the next awkward obstacle in Liverpool's road.
It's like the back post is the likeliest target for Simon Mills. That's where there's a pack of players, and it's gone towards the head of Robin van der Laan, and the Dutchman scores for Vale. Here's Steve Harkness. Rush, flag stayed down, real chance. Has he waited too long? Walters is at the far, driven in and finished off by Steve McManaman. Marsh with a corner. In towards McManaman's head, and Rush finds the net. Yarling. Ball in, appeals for hands, waved away. They were vehement from the fans, less so by the players. Jeffers, ball in towards with Peter Swan, and Boyle! Martin Boyle levels it up. David Burrows. McManaman. Walters on towards McManaman. Look at the pace, look at the finish. Hughes. Morby couldn't get a touch. Yarling. Porter. Burrows with a header. Tanner. Turned away from Porter, made some space for himself. McMahon. Oh, it's given straight to Foyle. Great chance for Martin Foyle. Equaliser within a minute. McManaman. Molby. McManaman again. Lovely smoothness about Liverpool coming forward at the moment. Walters has a great chance here. Goalkeeper couldn't keep it out. Liverpool back in front. Molby. Houghton. Now they change the gear again, and Houghton goes for the chip. And that is a very, very special goal. Molby's got it back. David Burrows curled in for D. Saunders! Oh, that'll make it feel a whole lot better.
And yet the Rumbelows Cup brought Liverpool comfortably their worst moment of the season. At third division Peterborough, Bruce Grobbelaar came for one cross too many. The goal scorer's name, Kimball, was the name blazoned all over the morning papers. It was a bad night all round. On the face of it, Liverpool's worst in cup football for over 30 years. Only Grobbelaar's remarkable instinct for survival prevented Ken Charlery making it worse still. Liverpool started their title campaign as clear favourites to regain the Championship trophy. After all, it hadn't spent more than a year away from Anfield since 1974. But injuries forced Graham Souness to gamble on new names from the very outset.
Just over 8 minutes played. Rick Holden with the corner. Beyond Grobbelaar this time, and turned in by Barrett. And Oldham are in front. Ablett Saunders. Barnes. Now Saunders on his way. Jobson trying to hold him up. And does so with the block. Barnes, though. It's there! Ray Houghton it is, who's got the equaliser for Liverpool. McManaman. Dean Saunders again. Way by Gunnar Haller this time. Ray Houghton, who's had such an impact in the second half. Mark Walters now with space. Little flick by McManaman. Barnes, 2-1. Away by Curl. Quinn helps on. David White onside. Clear of Gary Ablett. He scored! Quinn has found White, and White has got beyond Ablett. He's got no support, he doesn't need it. He's claiming a goal. No, says the linesman, who was very well placed. Now he's given it! Now he's given it! David White's shot was ruled to have crossed the line as it thundered down off the crossbar. And I don't think you can argue with that. Here is Marsh. Dean Saunders. Marsh taking over. McManaman for support. There's Steve McManaman, and Liverpool are back in business. McManaman. He's trying to time the run, the supporting players. It's fallen kindly for McManaman, and now for Dean Saunders. Great tackle by Andy Hill. No, penalty given. Penalty given. Now it's Dean Saunders who had that penalty saved here by Niall Quinn last season, this time against Tony Coton. Oh, he's hit the crossbar! Burrows maybe! No, away by Keith Curl. What a dramatic finale.
To make matters worse, Mark Wright and John Barnes were both crocked at Main Road. Ronnie Whelan completed only 25 minutes of the next match at Luton. A succession of knee operations saw to it that he wouldn't wear the captain's armband again for another 7 months. With so much talent sitting on the sidelines watching him, Dean Saunders inevitably took time to find his Anfield feet. But a blistering shot against Queen's Park Rangers opened his account in front of the Coppites, who never lost faith in him. 4 days later, he treated them to a derby goal.
Steve McManaman. Nickel. That's awkward. Saunders trying to get there. Almost came for Walters. Turned away as far as David Burrows. It's there! 48 seconds.